Hello, it's lovely to see you. I hope you've had a good week. Do you know, this week has been really dark and gloomy and dank. I think we've had one nice day of sunshine, but this is not a weather report, so I shall get to my week. It's been busy. I've had lots of work coming in, which is good. But the only time we've moved this week was at the weekend, just after I uploaded my video, actually, to get some water because we were very low on water. So we had to turn our boat around and just go and fill up the tank. And it was quite eventful. It's not that long a journey. It's just a couple of locks we had to go through. The first thing I noticed was how many gongoozlers there were on the Canterbury Bridge as we went through that lock. And I don't know, I put this on Twitter and no one's got back to me with an answer. I don't know what the collective noun is for a group of gongoozlers. So a gongoozler is somebody who likes to stand and watch boats. I used to do that a lot, there's nothing wrong with that. And there are a lot of them.
Also on the way back from getting water, we had a near miss with this bridge that has a blind spot as a boat was towing a burnt out boat behind it.
Luckily, we were okay. So gongoozlers and blind spots, that's what the weekend was about. And we moored just opposite Grove Mill, which I am just looking out my window now. And Grove Mill is part of the grounds of Grove House. So I have found out some amazing things about Grove House on my walks with Zephyr around that area.
Once you cross over the eye-catching Grove Bridge, you enter the golf course of Grove Hotel and Spa. Yet the grounds tell stories that actually date back 7,000 years before Christ was born, as Bronze Age pottery has been found on this site. The manor has passed down through the Earls of Clarendon until the 1920s, and many very significant and important people visited Grove House, one of which was Captain Cook, who presented the house with a sapling of a black walnut tree in the 1770s, which was the first of its kind in the UK. And that black walnut tree still stands today on the terrace of Grove House.
And also, Captain Cook, on his last voyage around the Pacific Ocean, he identified 2 species of woodpecker, not the green woodpecker, but there's a link to Captain Cook and woodpeckers, and I saw in that tree the green woodpecker. 1939, the London, Midlands and Scottish Railway was located at Euston. They realised that they needed to have a more secret location, and that's where they decided to have their headquarters at Grove House. And of course, everything was top secret, and they had to move all their staff. Now, on a Friday, the staff received this letter. Anyone that worked for the London, Midlands, Scottish Railway received this letter, and it says, "On Monday, you should make your own way to Watford Junction Station, where transport will be provided to convey you to X. You should bring with you food for the day and an unbreakable drinking vessel, together with your gas mask. On arrival at X, you should proceed to hutment number," and there's a blank for obviously where a number will be put in, "which has been allocated to your department." So literally they had the weekend, they didn't know where they were going, but they were going to have to move into Grove House. And what they did is they moved into lots of huts that were built all around the outside of Grove House, built on site for the staff, a canteen. And that canteen, they made something called Grove Pie, which became really famous in that area, and lots of people really like Grove Pie.
Thank you for calling the Grove. For room and restaurant reservations, press 1. For Sequoia Spa, press 2. For golf, press 3. For meetings and event sales, press 4. For all other inquiries, press 5. You are being transferred to switchboard.
Good morning, the Grove of Bond speaking. How may I direct your call?
Oh, hi. I've just got a question. I'm doing some research on the hotel Grove pie, and I'm trying to find out whether or not the hotel make this pie, or whether or not anyone knows the ingredients to the pie. It's a bit of an unusual request. I apologise.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Is it okay if you send us an email? I'll try to distribute it to the correct department.
Okay, fantastic. What's the...
Yeah, because I don't have the answer right now, and I have to... Yeah, that's fine. But I will look for it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay then. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Take care. So, feeling really inspired because obviously I am moored right near Grove House. I cannot find the recipe for Grove pie. So, I am going to try a wartime recipe, which is a sweet, and it's called Cynthia's Eggless Sponge. Our rations are 3 ounces of butter, sultanas and sugar, that's vegan butter, a pinch of mixed spice, then 10 ounces of flour with a couple of tablespoons of baking powder, and then half a pint of cold tea. Yum. So this is the tea, the butter, the sugar and the sultanas. And I am just mixing them over a very low heat just until the butter melts. Into this bowl I have placed the dry ingredients, so when the butter has melted and the liquid in the saucepan has cooled, I am going to be mixing them together. Anyway, let's see. So, I think you might be able to hear my kettle. Because, you know, I think it's time for me to have a cup of tea and to eat a slice of Cynthia's Eggless Sponge. Cynthia's Eggless Sponge.
Grove House also has these rather unusual looking air raid shelters, which is home to the largest colony of England's pipistrelle bats. Sadly, they're hibernating at the moment, but on the way there, a kestrel kept a close eye on me.
So I just looked on Twitter while I was eating a piece of cake, and Narrowboat Pangolin have suggested that you can call. Sorry, I have to get my glasses. I'm getting old. That you can call the collective noun for gongoozlers is an advice or a stare of gongoozlers, which is clever. And Trevor on Twitter says, I don't think he has a good relationship with gongoozlers because he says a nuisance of gongoozlers or a gaggle, which is comparing them to geese. So I don't really know, but they're all really good suggestions.
Now it's time to sit back and relax and enjoy the mindful cruise that we took when we filled our boat up with water. Have a lovely week, look after yourself, take care, and please come and join me next week. Bye! The Saviour to a Green Woodpecker by Heidi Stevenson. Picus, you paradise yaffler, you merciful mossy pea-green perfect, did you really dart across this dulled lens of pain-stained perception? Was it you who graced my morn of morning in the ghostly eucalyptus tops? Who laughed away the tear clouds? Who splintered the sun with your divine decadoses? Oh, you marvellous, mindful, unmelodious maverick!